All better? All better. All right, so there's really no rhyme or reason to this. I just thought I would make a video. That way I can just point everyone in the same direction. So I have started looking for a new job. There's nothing wrong with the job that I have. It's perfectly okay. I don't like it. There's no room for improvement. There's no room for getting a real raise anymore. Like, there's nothing. So in that sense, if I've worked there for an entire year and I only got a raise as a bonus to try and keep me to work there because they're basically making me work for Christmas Day so that somebody else wouldn't have to. After I told them that I refused to because I have small children. So in that sense, yes, I am looking for another job. I had a lot of people ask me why and what's wrong with the place that I work at. There's nothing wrong with the place that I work at. It's perfectly fine if you want to live a very lonely life. So what a lot of people don't see is they see me standing here and I'm giggling and I'm laughing and I'm having fun and I'm talking to you guys, or I'm complaining, or I'm ranting, or, you know, I go into work and I look pissed off all the time. That's my face. Like, that's how my face is. I'm pretty sure it's a perma stuck face and I can't fix it anymore. But what people don't know is my face, like, I don't really have many wrinkles. Probably because my face doesn't leave its regular state of... And the reason why it doesn't is because I'm home by myself 90% of the time. What people don't get is my life is really boring. It really is. So I stopped my shopping. I don't shop as often anymore. And the reason I did it is because I needed to rethink of what I'm doing. And part of it is if I need to save money, I need to save money. Obviously, I'm not just going to get a big house or a house without having money put down for a down payment. So all unnecessary shopping has been stopped. All unnecessary outings have been stopped. It doesn't help either that my friends work during the day and then they're off at night. Well, I work at night, so our schedules don't ever match. It also doesn't help that FJ works during the day. My kids are at school during the day. Pretty soon it won't be so lonely because it'll be me and my kids during the day, which is great. I'm really excited to be able to spend more time with them and stuff like that. But for a majority of the year, 9 months out of 12, it is me by myself all morning until FJ gets done with work, and sometimes it's not till 2:30, and at that point I have to get ready for work. And then I'm by myself at work, other than the people that are checking in or out or questions that they have and stuff like that. I'm by myself from 3 until 11, and then I come home and everybody's in bed sleeping. So it's a very lonely life. And it gets so to the point where my depression will kick in and I won't be able to wake up. And it gets terrifying. It does. It really does. So I've been trying to cut my naps out of my day so I don't sleep as much, to try and get me back on a regular schedule so that I'm up, I'm awake, and I'm alert, and I'm active and stuff like that during the day. And today I couldn't do it. I crashed. I was done. I didn't want to be awake. The problem is I don't usually remember any of my dreams. I don't usually remember any of it. Like, typically it'll be 15, 20 minutes later and my dream is like, what just happened? Like, I don't remember what happened. I know I had a dream, but I don't remember. Today creeped me out so much. And I'm sure it has nothing to do with anything weird or out of the normal, but I was sleeping. I was taking a nap, And I remember the last, and it might have only been 30 seconds in reality, but the last little bit of that very end dream that I had. And basically, okay, so what happened was, in the dream, I was hanging out, we were hooking up TVs and stuff like that, and there was this little girl who was getting very, very frustrated, and she was getting very angry with me, and I didn't know why, and she was getting very confused because there's 2 ports for the back of the TV, and one of the ports has my name on it, and the other one that she needs was missing. And I told her, it's not here, that's the port that I need for the TV, leave it alone, blah, 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 it's got to be plugged in. And it wasn't, it was unplugged. And she got really angry, very frustrated and really hurt. And she had taken her equipment and walked. She maybe got like 3 steps away. And I remember there was another female there and a male, and the guy was like, well, just plug it in. And the female took this, it looks like, literally it looked like a pen, kind of like a USB port type thing, but like an audio video cable, like a almost like a microphone cable, like hook up that, and they took it and they plugged it into the TV, and immediately I woke up and I was wide awake, startled, and it creeped me the fuck out. I haven't had fucked up dreams in a long time. The last time I had one that was that creepy, where I woke up actually very, very startled, would have been, God, years ago. Fucking years ago. And then before that, the other one that I remember very vividly was I was in this lounge, and a kid that I went to school with had died. But I didn't know he was dead. And he showed up in the lounge, and he was talking, and we were just chatting, and then all of a sudden he's like, goodbye, and then I was like, what the fuck? Like, and I woke up and I was like, this is really creepy. Like, first off, I don't talk to this kid. I've never talked to him in my life. I didn't know who he was or any of that. Like, I know of him, obviously, from school, but, like, I really didn't know him. So for me to bring him into a dream and then for him to tell me goodbye, like, I don't know. Like, I didn't know what to say. Like, I didn't know. And at that point, I didn't know anything that had been going on. And we went to school the next day, and they told us, you know, when we got to school Monday, they told us, hey, just so you know, Corey died in an accident. And I creeped myself out. I was like, oh, I don't, like, how does this happen? Like, what the fuck? And then from there, like, we would watch, like, paranormal investigations and stuff like that. And I was always weirded out by it because, it's one thing to feel that way. It's another to know that you've seen it. Ghost shows are typically meant to creep you out, but I've seen it. I've seen it with my own freaking eyeballs. There were times where I would be getting ready for school in the morning. I'm in the downstairs bathroom, and like it would be like a shadow person. And now I have seen both white and black, so I'm not entirely sure, like, if they're good or bad. I don't fucking know. I never really wanted to research it. I just wanted to shut my brain off to it because it would scare me so much. The shit that I would see, the shit that I would feel, the shit that I would hear, like, I didn't want to deal with it. But I would see this shadow person just run past the bathroom, and I thought it was my brother. Now, both doors are locked. Obviously, there's no way for this person to get out of my house. You know, I checked the entire house. I went upstairs. Everyone that was living with me at the time was sleeping. It creeped me out. And, of course, I had to go to school. There's been other things, like I worked at a fast food place, which I had a heart attack. I'm not even going to lie. There were so many things that happened in there. So I'd be cleaning at the end of the night to go home, and you would hear conversations, like whispers, in the dining room, and you're the only one there. There were nights where I wouldn't let the person that was pre-closing for me leave. One, because I'm their ride home, and two, because the store just creeped me out beyond belief. So there were times where I'd be cleaning and I would be looking down and there's glass in front of me. And I would see like the outline of a person, like a mirrored image, like a reflection. And it was this dude. He had this white t-shirt, some jeans, some tennis shoes. Because I remember seeing like the little, what looked like feet on the floor on the other side of the glass. And had like a vest, like a puffy vest. But no face. And an orange hat. And I legit didn't know what to do. I was ready to scream. I looked up and there's nobody there. There were nights where we would go into, because the vents in the bathroom would fall down all the time, so we went into the bathroom and I held the stool, and the coworker that I was with stood up on the stool, and they went to go push the vent back up into the ceiling, and you could hear somebody literally filling up a soda outside in the lobby. There's only one soda machine. All the doors are locked. How did this person get in? Once that happened, I sent them out there, and then I came following after, because you would always hear noises from the bathroom and stuff like that, but we would never think that you'd hear that. They went out there, they checked around, I was following. We didn't find anybody in the building. It was literally just us. We exited out the back door. There's a shit ton of cops staring at us. Like, it was scary as fuck. Needless to say, I quickly quit that job. I couldn't do it anymore. You would see people in the windows when you're leaving, and you know that you were the only person in that building. I couldn't do it. I could not fucking do it. It would scare me so much that I didn't want to go back. I would be so fucking petrified of closing, and I wasn't allowed to work on day shift. I had to work close. During the day, it was like a completely different atmosphere. More towards like 7, 8 o'clock at night, it would start to calm down, and that's when it's calming. And then around 9 to 10, it would start to get that really fucked up vibe. And then between 10 and whenever you'd leave, it would be very, very creepy. And I didn't want to deal with it anymore. I couldn't. There was no fucking way that I could physically deal with it. Between that and I lived in an old apartment, and there was this little boy. I would always tell the kids, you have to sleep in your room, and they didn't want to. And they would tell me that they were scared of it, and I couldn't figure out why. We were sitting in the living room. My friend was sitting on the couch. Mark had fallen asleep on like this chair that we had. And my friend gets up and walks over, and they're standing by the door to my apartment. You could see this little boy run down the hallway. And I kept talking to him like as if I didn't see him. Like, I'm trying to figure out where's Mark. My friend's creeped out. I'm creeped out. And finally, my friend says, "Did you just see him?" And walks down the hallway to go find him, thinking it's Mark, my son. And I told him, I was like, "You're not going to find him." And he's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "You're not going to find that little boy. Mark is sleeping in the chair." I thought I was the only one who was seeing this. And at that point, I didn't even want to be in my own house. Like, it's not like it was a malicious thing. It's a little child. But I felt bad for my kids because they didn't know. Like, I don't know if they were seeing him. I don't know. Like, they just didn't want to be in that room. And I don't know if, like there was something else that I wasn't seeing, but I did not blame them at all. You would hear walking down the hallway a lot, and nobody's home. It would be just me. It's so much stuff. So when my friends say they want to go ghost hunting and stuff like that, I'm all for it. But I'm also petrified, and the reason I'm petrified is because a lot of people don't believe that some people are more sensitive than others. Some people are skeptics and they're like, whatever. I, on the other hand, am like, I'm petrified because I don't know what I'm going to see. I don't know what I'm going to hear, and I don't know what I'm going to feel, and I don't want to freak out. A lot of times when you go places and you don't know the history or anything like that, you just, okay, da 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 da. But if you walk into this place willingly knowing that it's haunted, it creeps you out. That's why I loved that we moved here, because it's the first people, we are the first family to live in this apartment. I have felt so much peace in the last 3 years because I haven't had anything happen to me. I haven't had anything show up in my house. But it's also a very lonely lifestyle that I'm living because I'm by myself. That's why when my dreams start coming back again, I'm getting a little worried. I'm getting a little freaked out. I don't know what's happening, and I don't want to have a repeat of my history. I don't want this stuff to come back. And I tried for so long to shut my brain off to it. That's why today when I woke up and that dream of just plugging in a cord to TV, a lot of people, like, you may or may not believe it. That's totally cool. That's totally up to you. A lot of people believe that, your dreams are like not actual TV, like it's representative of something else. So to just plug that cord in and I wake up, it creeps me out. Like, what if that cord is actually me? Like, you know what I mean? It seems like it had my name on. Like, I might be overthinking it. That's quite possible, but I don't know. I don't know. It creeps me out a lot, and it scares me. And I can't wait for summer to start so I'm not by myself. Like, but then again, you have to be strong and not let your kids know it's scaring you or anything like that as well. So, but yeah, that's been my day so far. Just a whole lot of reflection, a whole lot of ghost stories that I have. Yeah. On that note, I'm going to let you guys go so I can start making some lunch and probably just try and watch some TV or something. I don't even know. Bye.